As a startup founder, do you know what you need to consider while developing an MVP for your product? Do you know MVP, that is minimum viable product, decides the success or failure of your startup? This is Neminathan Bharat, founder of Impactful Business Hub. In this video, I am going to deep dive on explaining what is an MVP, what are the different stages of MVP, why is MVP important for your startup, and what are the different types of MVP. Now let me start with an analogy. Have you ever eaten sample sweets offered by a salesperson in a sweet shop? You taste a sample sweet and then decide which sweet you want to buy. There are various varieties of sweets available in a sweet shop, and the sample sweets are offered to test the liking and disliking of a particular sweet by a customer, and then it helps him to buy the sweet which he likes the most. Similarly, the same concept will apply when you are developing a prototype or MVP for your startup or a company. So when you're developing a new product for your startup, or when you're adding a new product into your business existing business line, you need to do this MVP very precisely so that you are able to get to the product development full-fledged after getting the positive results from this MVP. So now let me explain what is a definition of an MVP. MVP, that is the acronym of minimum viable product, is a version of a product with the just features which are offered into the market to take the feedback for future product development. An MVP is being designed to attract the earlier adopters of customers who in turn provide feedback for the product development cycle. An MVP can be a single feature product also, which is a painkiller of the product. So this particular feature can be the unique selling proposition of your product. So in early days, Jeff Bezos started Amazon with a single MVP feature, that is selling online books, which in turn he diversified into various products subsequently and became a global giant. So this is an MVP, and you need to clearly understand why is MVP important for your startup. Now let me get into the second mode, that is what are the stages of a MVP. Look at this diagram. So you start with an idea. You have a killing problem which you want to solve and develop a solution for solving a customer's problem. You are spending some minimum time and effort and develop a product which has a minimum features, and this product is in turn offered to a end customer or your target customer who starts using your product. Once they start using the product, you start to measure the outcomes of this particular usage, and all these data points are being aggregated, and you get into a learning cycle wherein what are the outcomes with which this particular MVP testing is giving you. So all these learnings can be summarized and can be categorized into certain ideas which will give you to which will result you to refine your particular product idea, and then it will go to a second iteration wherein you spend your time and energy in developing a second version of your product with added features or modified features, release that particular product into the market, test it from your target customers, then measure all these data points, and then do a aggregated learning process and then get the results. So this particular cycle of build, measure, and then learn. So this is a cycle with which the process will go on. The different iteration you do will refine your product, and when you get into the final product development cycle, after completing this particular cycle of build, measure, and then learn, so your product you become more solid, and you're able to validate your idea from the real market with whom you are going to launch your product in future. So this is a brief outline of what are the different stages of a MVP. What is the difference between a prototype and a MVP? Prototype is basically a outline of a particular product or a service. In this case, the development has not happened till now. But MVP as a full-fledged product is ready to go into the market and serve the actual customers. The MVP will give you the results, but whereas in a prototype you can able to brainstorm and then get into a second iteration model of a product design, and then go on getting into the product development models, and you will be getting into the final product development only you are deciding on which prototype will be the finally serving your target customers. Whereas MVP will be actually usable product, wherein a product can the customers can experience your product and then able to get a real feedback. So this feedback will be helpful for designing your ultimate final product with all the desired features, so that the customer's acceptance will be a very important one in the launching phase. Now let me explain why is MVP important for your startup. Fail fast, fail safe. It's a famous saying wherein every startup founder need to adopt. So when you get an idea, you would have some risky assumptions made while developing the product or solution. This riskiest assumptions must be ascertained or validated by the real customers, so that when you are getting into the final launching phase, your product's acceptance are made definite. So you need time is an essence of every startup. The effort and money what you put in should not go waste by developing a product idea which will not be acceptable in future. So by doing this MVP, you are going to test that assumptions what you made in developing the product, so that it gets validated as quickly as possible, so that you can get into the product development cycle. The second important aspect of why you need to do an MVP is that the faster you develop this product MVP and release it in the market, the better is that you are avoiding copying your idea. So speed is very essential in developing MVP. So, so the faster you develop an MVP, release it to the market, get feedback, the quicker the success you can attain before someone else copies the same idea and gets into the implementation. So MVP is important to avoid copying your idea, and also to ascertain the riskiest assumptions what you have made while developing the product for your startup. So now let me get into the what are the types of the MVP which you can able to avail. Number one is explainer video. You can put in the features of your product in an explainer video, so that the end customer gets a knowledge about what is the product is all about and how is it going to solve his problem. So explainer video is now trending in startups, wherein a lot of startups are using it to test it into the market and get the feedback. The second type, what I would say, is the landing page. You can create a simple landing page giving the product features, and then setting a Google AdWords and Google Analytics and testing how many traffics are getting into your particular landing page. The more the traffic you are getting into, the more validation you are doing for your product idea. Number third is Wizard OZ, wherein the actual process is being done manually. So it is like a show off case wherein the end customer assumes that the actual work is being automatically, whereas you are doing it everything manually. Once you are completing this MVP successfully, then the startup founder will be able to develop the algorithms in backend, so that it becomes an automated process when the final product is being launched. Fourth one is concise MVP, wherein humans are used instead of a product. So by doing so, you are forcefully able to communicate with your customers and able to interact with them and take their opinions, so that it will help you when you launch your product finally, so that those feedbacks are being ascertained, and then you are able to consider all this in your product development phase. So number fifth is the single feature MVP. So wherein you take only one most promising feature of your product and then release it as a one feature MVP and then test it in the market. Jeff Bezos started Amazon with only one feature MVP, that is selling online books, wherein he got validated and then he got diversified into other products as well. So the next type of MVP is called as a pre-order page, wherein you can able to tell the features of your product and then start to release the product for booking to your customers so that they can pay 10 or 20% of your final product price, and then get a urgency or get ascertain the demand for the market. The more pre-bookings you are getting in your page, this confirms that there is a real requirement in the market, so that you can get into the development phase and then release the final product to those customers you have pre-booked it. The next type of MVP is called as an email MVP, wherein you are giving all the features of a MVP in the product of in the form of a PDF or a PDF or any form of a content like blogs, and then you are circulating to your target audience in public and get an opinion or feedback on the number of likes that particular contents are getting. So like this, there are various types of MVP. Like number one is explainer video, number two is the landing page, number three is wizard OZ, number four is concise MVP, number five is single feature MVP, and number six is pre-order MVP, number seven is email MVP, and there is one more type which is called as piecemeal MVP, wherein you are getting the product features on a peaceful basis so that the product will be used by the end customer as and when required, when the requirement comes, and then it gives a feedback, so that you are not testing all the features at a one point. You are testing one at a time and getting a feedback, and then you can consolidate all the features in your final product and then test it and then release it finally in the launching phase. So these are the various phases of or various types of MVP which you can select depending upon your product or depending upon your service, and then get into a MVP development mode. So now let me just explain about what is the validated learning. So once you do this MVP exercise, it is very important to ascertain what is the learning you are getting from this particular MVP. There are two learnings which you need to get to know. Number one is, what are the riskiest assumptions you made while developing the product should be ultimately validated by your market, end market or end customers, so that you don't waste time in developing the product with those assumptions which may be proved wrong in the future. Number two is, you need to ensure that the product what you are developing is solid enough, and the business model what you are being developing is solid, so that it gets into a development mode, so that you can get into more investment on time and money and develop the product. So in this particular phase of MVP learning, you cannot able to measure the other metrics like number of customers, what is the total revenue the startup is making and all, because the complete exercise or complete outcome of this MVP is just a learning and not other measurable metrics you can able to ascertain. So these are the two learnings we should have it when you are doing an MVP. As I told you, you need to get into a building mode, then you need to measure the data points from your customers, and from these data points you need to do a data aggregation and then able to finally come into the learning phase. This learning will give all the outcomes of developing your ultimate end product, and you can then get into the actual development of your product and launch it successfully. So this particular MVP has been utilized, has been implemented by all the major MNCs. To name a few, Facebook also started with an MVP with a simplified product within a Harvard University by the founder, and then once it becomes successful, then he become expanded to the other places of the globe. Similarly, Amazon also started with their single MVP as a tool for selling online books. Number three is about the Dropbox company. They also started with this MVP and then successfully established. So like that, there are various companies who have successfully validated their idea with this MVP and then got into a complete development and then launched their product and successfully taken into the market. So when we were doing a startup in 2016, our startup Namkal Address Services, also we had various features which we wanted to offer to our elders. But we started with one single feature of an caretaker, and then we tested it in the market and then got lot of data from the end customers. So wherein we developed a process wherein we were doing a psychometric testing for the caretakers to evaluate their mental strength, whether they can able to bear with the work field what they are going to experience. Similarly, we were profiling the customers on various aspects depending upon their age and depending upon the ailments what they are having, so that we were able to match this demand and the actual manpower, so that the profile matching was able to happen. And this particular MVP, once we did it with a few customers, we were able to refine our service offerings, and from day one our service offerings were getting a lot of acceptance from the end customers. Then we diversified our offerings from caretaker to nursing to doctor on call and pharmacy and various other features which through which we were able to acquire around 25 customers within short span of 6 to 8 months. So with that experience of having done a successfully a MVP in my startup, and after doing a thorough study on this particular MVP modeling, so I delivered this video. Hope you would have got a fair idea of what is an MVP and why it is important and what are the various types of MVP which you can adopt in your particular startup. If you are liking this video, you can subscribe to my channel so that you can get notified on my upcoming videos on a similar concepts of how you can able to develop your startup. If you're someone who are into the initial phase of setting up your business and startup, you can attend my live masterclass coming Saturday at 8 p.m. wherein I get into of explaining the 3 secrets of how you can able to acquire your initial 0 to 100 customers. You can also download my free PDF by clicking at the link below, neminathanbharat.co/product market fit. You can undergo a product market fit for your startup and then able to implement in your startup. So if you're liking this video, subscribe to my video. Cheers, all the best for doing a best MVP for your startup, and I wish you all the best for your startup journey. Thank you. Bye bye.